In this episode, we are building the intercooler for our Supra project. We will start with the Garrett core, which is 22 inches wide by 14 inches tall by 4.5 inches thick. This core is rated for about 1200 horsepower. We have used the same size core for a similar engine setup before, so we know that it will be efficient enough for this engine. Before we build the end tanks, we temporarily mount the core where we want it to sit in the car. There we can have a look at and plan the best solution for the end tanks and the piping layout. We want the airflow to be streamlined so we get as little pressure drop between the hot and cold side as possible. The end plates for the tank were laser cut after our drawings, and before welding, we deburr all the edges and chamfer the sharp corners on the sander. After a quick cleanup of the parts, it is ready for welding. For the strongest welds, we do not overlap the plates. This is called a corner joint and gives a very strong weld seam. Here we drill a hole in both end plates and cut an aluminum rod that we weld between the end plates. This is to strengthen the end tanks, as the force from the air pushing the end tanks apart is quite significant. With 3 bars of 45 psi of boost, the end plates will experience just short of 600 kilograms or 1,350 pounds of force pushing them apart. To mount the intercooler, we fabricate some L-shaped pieces of aluminum, make an appropriate bend and weld them to the end tanks. These will be mounted to the frame rails. As a temporary spacer, we put in an aluminum block, but this will later be exchanged for a rubber mount. Unfortunately, we were not happy with the piping layout and airflow in the intercooler you see here. So we made some new end tanks off camera, and here you can see the final result.
I got this feeling like it's starting now, starting now. I feel adventurous with you. And there is nothing that can hold us back, hold us back. We can do what we wanna do. 'Cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So
if you like what you see, you can follow us on social media, Grimstad Chip Tuning on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. And you can follow my site, Simon Olsen Drifting, on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching.
baby, what you say?